there, this is Barb from Snowman Lovers Papery at snowmanlover.blogspot.com, and I'm here today to show you how to make a really easy sweet treat Halloween lollipop. First of all, I'm going to show you all the supplies that we need. I always start out with my grid pad. I think I mentioned that last time, but I can't do anything without my trusty grid pad, little pad of paper. You're going to need some basic black cardstock, 2 pieces cut out at 3.5 by 3.5. You're going to need one little sheet of 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 paper, and I use this from the Cast a Spell designer pack from Stampin' Up. And then you're going to need another little piece of black cardstock that is 3 by 3. You're going to need some Whisper White, which I've already stamped twice with the ink stamp. And then you're going to stamp that with the Elegant Eggplant ink. I use this little Halloween High that I'm going to use at the end of the project, and this comes from the Level 3 Hostess stamp set. You're going to need your little sweet treat cup, and those that know me know that I absolutely love these cups. I use Halloween M&Ms on this one. I think I've eaten more than I've played with, or you could use candy corns. I have some terrifically tacky tape, and I have my little snail, and I think that's about all my supplies. Of course, at the end I'll clean it with my Stampin' Scrub and my Stampin' Mist, and then I have my little lollipop stick. I also am going to use my 1 3/4 inch punch, and I have about 17 inches of the 1 1/4 black and white grosgrain stripe ribbon, and I've already cut the little ends. Okay, I'm going to clear this off and get started. First of all, I'm going to take my black 3.5 by 3.5 inch square. I'm going to turn over the back, and I just stamped it, I forgot to mention this, with my Whisper White craft ink. I just stamped it with my little Halloween High. This is my little girl filming for me. I'm going to take this, and as I've mentioned before, I like lots of layers, and I like to use my grid pad. I'm going to put this down here, and I'm going to take my little stripe sheet, which is 3 1/4 by 3 1/4, and I'm just going to adhere this, line it up. Then I'm going to take my little black layer, which is 3 by 3, adhere that with just a little bit of adhesive, stick that down here. Okay, I have already pre-stamped and pre-cut 2 images of the ink stamp set from the Sweet Centers stamp set, and I have then taken my 1 3/4 inch punch, and I've punched that out, and I just had this pre-ready for you. I always stamp on Whisper White paper. It gives you a really great, crisp, clean image. Okay, so I'm going to take my little cutout piece, and I'm going to take my intact piece. I have my little cup here with the M&Ms, and what I'm going to do is peel this off, and I move around my M&Ms. I'm going to place this underneath, because sometimes it's a little tricky to get this right at the same spot. I'm going to place this underneath. I'm going to line it up so it lines up correctly. Actually, I'm going to put a little bit of adhesive on here first. Now I'm going to stick the cup in there, and I'm going to turn it upside down so this little ink is going to show through, and I'm going to line this up exactly, press down, so when I flip it over it's all lined up, and underneath you can see the little ink with the spider. And this does not have a little trap to get the candy out. I just figured this is not a card, it can be ripped apart. Okay, and then I can either use my Stampin' Dimensionals, or I can use a little bit more adhesive. Just put it on the black paper. I line it up on my grid pad. Stick this down here. And this says, "Ghouls and goblins trick or treat, better give them lots to eat." So this is on here. Then I'm going to take my other piece of black paper, and again the back is, I'm sorry, oops, I did it on the wrong side. I'm going to stamp this again, excuse me, on my Whisper White, with the Halloween High saying. Look how nice that turns out. Okay, now I'm going to take my red tape and just cut a few pieces off. I'm going to take my lollipop stick, turn this over, and center this. And again, I can use my grid pad to center. I'm going to put my adhesive around this edge. And just put this on top. You can have a little bit of a hump there, but just press down. Then I'm going to take my black ribbon. Oh, please don't watch too carefully how I tie a bow, but I'm just going to tie the bow. I love ribbon. I love lots of layers of paper. I've probably cut this a little bit too long, but I can trim it up at the end. Poof it up a little bit. And these are going to be really fun just to give out to, you know, not to all the trick-or-treaters, but to some special friends. So right here I have both my little lollipops, and these were real easy. Thanks for stopping by.